Disclaimer, we are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals. We are not doctors. We are not mental health specialists. We're just married. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Now let's do this.
These are the sessions, scars on display. These are the lessons learned here to stay. No heroes left, just trying to heal. Unscripted voices finally real. We're still standing, still self-aware, building something from all the damage there.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Joel, host of Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. Try not to cough up along to my microphone. Hey, everyone. I hope everyone's good. Across from me, the wonderful, lovely, sipping on her tea. Tea does sound good right now, though.
I told you. I asked if you wanted some.
Yeah, well, I'm a guy, so I'm like,
Suffer then.
yeah.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Hi, Gary.
Welcome to our podcast.
What kind of tea do you have today?
I have actual ginger with mango and what was the other one? Mango,
Pineapple.
ginger tea.
All right. I don't know if anyone. Well, I have this weird. I apologize in advance if I get into a cough. If you hear coughing during this episode.
One of us is going to be hacking up a lung.
Yeah. I don't know what's going around. I got this weird cough days ago, and it's like not going away. I feel fine. I don't feel sick, but yeah. I mean, it's affecting my sleep and everything. I might have to visit a doctor or something.
And at the same time, I'm still having sinus issues.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous here.
I went to the doctor the other day and I explained my symptoms. And she's like, "Oh, that sounds like you still have something going on." She's like, "I'm gonna what's it called? Refer you to
Like a specialist.
an allergy specialist." Because she wanted me to go see an ENT or ear, nose, and throat doctor. And to do what was it they wanted to do?
Some kind of
Camera. Scan brain stuff.
Put a camera up your.
But I was like, I already know that I have allergies, and that's always been like my major thing. So I'm gonna start with an allergist.
You know, things change when you get older. Like you'll develop or lose allergies.
For sure, yeah, definitely. I trust me, I know. The doctor asked me what type of medication I've been taking, and I told her, I was like, oh, well,
everything.
For a long time, I told her, I was like, I started taking Claritin when it was $300.
Who did? You did?
I did. When it first came onto the market, and it was prescription only.
Mm.
So I've been taking Claritin on and off for 30-something years at this point.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I know my allergies, and she's like, "Oh, you should probably switch up medications." I was like, I don't know what else to try. Like nothing else. Like I build up a tolerance. I've known
after a while, your body
builds a tolerance and stuff. So, yep. So that's where I'm at. They give me medications because I'm losing my balance again. I am nauseous, very dizzy.
Could your head injury have anything to do with that?
I thought about that.
Like it's coming back.
I'm going to go to the allergist first because that's like the least expensive out of all the diagnoses. Isn't
that sad? The least expensive.
The least expensive.
You shouldn't even have to pay for it.
No, it's the least expensive and the most obvious. I did start thinking last night, like, what if all the stress and depression that I've been dealing with is kind of kicking off my symptoms that I've had under control for a better part of, 4 years? Something like that. So I don't know. I'm kind of exploring right now, and in the meantime, I'm trying not to hurl all over the place and to keep my balance. No, it feels horrible to be nauseous, all the time. There's like no break. I like lay down and I feel like the room is spinning until I pass out, and then I wake up, and that's the first sensation that I have. So it's not good. But I'm okay though. Like I feel physically okay. It's just I'm nauseous.
Well, that's not really physically okay.
Well, no, but I don't have a fever. I don't have any other like symptoms. You know, it's just I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
We most certainly will.
yes,
And now that people are asleep and not listening to us
because all we do is complain about how we
about our
feel
health.
and feelings. Speaking of health, I had my first visit with a psychiatrist or therapist.
And how did that go?
It's
You don't sound too enthused.
I'm well, who wants to face their demons? And you know what I mean? It's not something I want to do it, but I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm excited about it. If I have mixed emotions.
No, I know what you mean.
You know, she is a little bit younger than me. She's like half my age. I was like, dude, you're old enough to be my kid. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. You know.
I mean, if it's not a fit, it's not a fit.
No.
I mean, can you request another person or?
Yeah. But I'd have to do the paperwork over, and it's just, you know me and paperwork. I was like, I'm just willing to.
I mean, not to knock on younger people that are.
No. And you know what? She was very professional, very put together. You know, so I'll give it a shot. You know, I've been through things that she hasn't, just because of the age gap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's an issue, but it's not an issue. I'm just gonna go with it and see what happens.
I mean, it's only your first session, so
right.
I mean, it may work out, and like.
And I was already crying in my first session, which is like not what I expected. She kind of asked me some unexpected questions that I was not prepared for, and I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna suck."
I know when I went to therapy, I think I went twice or 2 sessions. Well, I used to go to therapy a long time ago with this one older lady, and I went a few sessions, and then something with my insurance, and then I had to stop going.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. It's like it was something I needed at the time, and I had to stop. But and it was awkward too because she had to call me to ask to get paid, which was weird.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to tell her, and she's like, I mean, I'm not getting paid, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And then it's like she can't like ask me how I'm doing or like make small talk. So it was just weird.
To the point.
Well, yeah, because it was like, I'm sure she wanted to know how I was doing, but that's their job, right? So they get paid for that.
Speaking of which, I have to sell this. Well, remind me after. I gotta sell something.
All right. So yeah. So I had to stop going to her, and I cried at those sessions I did.
Right.
And then when I got diagnosed with mixed anxiety and depression disorder, I cried during that session too. And then it's gonna happen. It's going to.
Yeah, and it was like the simplest question that she could have asked. And she asked me what brought me to therapy, you know. And I was like, I just want to feel something other than
What you fairly know.
what I'm feeling now.
I completely understand. But yeah, I mean, it's now I'm currently looking for another therapist. I need to, and I've talked about this before. It's like you gotta stop. I just gotta do it right. And here we are in the new year.
Right.
No, I mean, I'm glad it went well. It's just, I mean, you got to give it a chance.
Oh,
right?
of course. You know, and like I said, I just find it funny that she's like so much younger. But
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes even people my own age aren't going to be professional.
oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I basically told her, which is true, and I honestly mean this. I was like, your age doesn't depend or define your professionalism in a setting.
No.
You know what I mean? Because I've met...
Well, on another plus, they're younger, and of course, society's a lot different now, right? So with social media and internet, and the younger generation might bring another different angle or another
Right.
solution than they're used to. So it's not a bad thing. I mean,
No, and you know what made the session like so much easier? She understood where I was coming from because, again, I don't want to say the name of the agency or who I'm going through, but they're basically, at least not at this point,
they
maybe
cater to like Latinos.
Latina females, and she asked me what brought me to them, and I told her, I was like, that's the first time watching your commercial or your little ad. I don't remember where I saw it.
Facebook, probably.
Facebook, TikTok,
Yeah.
wherever. I'm all over the place. I told her that I was like, as a Latin female, I felt seen for the first time because you guys were talking about how I feel and my experiences and, my ties to family and all that, because that's very important. And, I was kind of joking around with her. I was like, telling certain friends or certain people that were Caucasian how my childhood was.
Mm-hmm.
They think that, when my mom talks to me or we're in a group setting, like that they're yelling, but we're actually just
like
having a conversation.
It's a cultural thing.
Definitely.
I mean, like a Latino household would be a lot different than like a Caucasian household.
Or even a, Japanese household or Korean,
there's usual like traditions and ways of doing things and stuff, and not all good. I'm going to say that. I mean, and I'm going to say this because, I mean, I've experienced it. There's like toxicity there.
Yes.
A lot of it. And it's like, I think it's kind of good that there's like an agency like you found that realizes this and kind of, because let's face it, in our culture, there's a lot of toxicity.
Oh, for sure. And she understood off the bat, and we started going back and forth. And it was kind of cool because it felt like I was talking to somebody that I've known for a little bit. Like it wasn't our first meeting. And just because we identified.
I'm assuming she was a Latina herself,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, she's Latina herself.
She knows. She probably has older siblings.
That's what I said. I was like, so she understood off the bat when I was started talking about like certain things, and she's like, yeah, I get it. And then she would tell me a situation, and so far it's good. I mean, I don't want to divulge everything that we talked about, but it was good. It was a good session. I see her again, and they gave me the option of weekly or bi-weekly. I think I stuck with the bi-weekly.
That's what I wanted to go.
I have so much stuff going on in the background that just adding that every week to my stuff is just going to throw everything off. So,
Oh, I'm glad it went well. I need to get on that myself.
Yes.
There's things I got to work on, and it's funny. Not funny. Hold on a second. Tell them a joke or a story because I don't want a coughing fit into the microphone.
We were listening to some jokes before. The don't laugh joke?
Yeah.
You don't remember
They're
one?
not funny. I don't even remember them.
Oh.
They were like dad jokes.
Yeah, they were kind of funny, but anyways.
All right. What the hell was I going to talk about? Oh. So, I'm glad that everything went well. But a thing that kind of sticks out is that you took kind of accountability and realized, hey, I need extra help.
Of course. We'll have to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So
and the first thing is, in my case, this, I'm not generalizing. We're all different. We all have different mental capabilities and abilities, but for me, it was just like, coming to the moment and the realization that, I am typically happy, but there's a lot of masking, and I just realized that I've been masking a lot.
Yeah.
And you have to take accountability for that. So the first step is realizing that you need help and taking accountability.
Stop BSing.
Right.
And stop hiding it.
Right.
I completely relate to that because over the years, I've become really good at hiding stuff.
and not necessarily hiding, but it's like masking, because suppressing. A lot of the times, when I feel like not as good as I should, I just kind of fake the funk just to get through the day. But inside, it's like not necessarily killing me, but it hurts inside.
It will silently do damage.
Right.
For sure. It
and
will.
It's just like, I don't want to feel like that. And it's like, I've been feeling, and I know I've explained this before, how it feels like I'm detached from myself and detached from like situations. And that is a huge red flag for like depression.
Mm.
So yeah, you definitely have to realize that you need to start from somewhere. And it's not embarrassing. It's not something you should be ashamed of. You don't even have to tell people that you're in therapy. I'm only mentioning it because,
At this point, I don't care if people know I'm going to a therapist.
No, I don't care.
I mean, mental health is just as important as physical health.
Absolutely.
So, like me sounding all weird and sickly now, your mental health is super important too, because I think both of them coincide, right?
That's what I was just going to say. They go hand in hand.
Yeah. So, like, if your physical health isn't great, your mental health isn't going to be great. And if your mental health's not great,
No, but you could be in the best physical shape and still get depressed.
Oh, this is true.
It has nothing to do with your physical appearance. Well, for some people it might. Like I said, I'm not going to generalize it because there's different types of like depressions and all that.
Well, we're not doctors, right?
No, of course not. We are not professionals.
Yes. I know you guys heard that in the intro.
Yeah, but we like to say it very often.
Yeah, but they either way they go together, because it's like you're both. I mean, if your mental state's not good, then yeah, you got to take care of that. But like I was saying, I like the fact, and I'm gonna, not pat myself on the back, but I realize there's a problem. I realize I need help. I'm owning it, right? And that's what you have to do. And I think a lot of people don't do that. They find excuses or find ways to blame something or something. Like, and it's unfortunate. Like, say someone that had an upbringing that was real bad, right? And it's unfortunate, right?
Yeah.
But I think you have to put in some kind of work into it. You can't just like blame your situation, or I mean, you can blame it, but you gotta be proactive to get out of it, right?
Because like, I'm gonna use sexual abuse as an example. It was something that happened to me when I was a kid. I was small. I was a child,
right?
And now that I'm older, I see that it did affect my relationships with boyfriends, with family, with
of course,
people, and I see that now. And I don't want to use the excuse like, oh, I was abused as a kid and that's why I started doing drugs and that's why, you know what I mean? Things happened to me when I was a kid that were out of my control.
Right.
The people that were supposed to take care of me, protect me, became my abusers, And it's difficult to accept, but I had nothing to do with it. I was a victim of the situation that happened, and I carry it with me because it's part of who I am and, part of why I feel that, I'm a compassionate person and I put myself in other people's shoes and stuff.
But again,
I don't use it as an excuse to, mistreat people or, and a lot of people I see, not necessarily just sexual abuse, but, oh, I had such a rough relationship with my mom and that's why I hate women. Or, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm starting to kind of use caution in the words that I'm using because you can't generalize it,
No, I mean, everybody's situation is different and experiences different things. I mean, and at the same time, people experience similar things, right? So, but I mean, I'm not an expert at all. I'm just some dork on the internet. So
The microphone.
with a microphone in front of his face. But I get it. Like when people go through some stuff, I've been through a bunch of stuff. But I think you have to take some sort of accountability, some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Like you have to be proactive. You gotta wanna fix things, and it's unfortunate that people put you in those situations. Like what you were saying, these were people that were supposed to be protecting you and watching over you, and did the exact opposite. But you have to kind of pick yourself up from the rubble, and I mean, and it can. I mean, it starts small, right? Find people that relate to you or
Right.
share. I mean, and there's certain things that that you don't really want to share. I get that. But take the little steps to like take the initiative, I guess, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like you can't just blame something or someone
And
or
that's the reason for your action.
and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't try to fix it. You gotta try to fix it, right? Like,
Right.
and I know it's hard. It's for a lot of people, it's difficult. I get it, but I mean, you can't just blame stuff and then just like throw your hands up, like take the
That's
wheel.
it. That's what it is.
That's not how it's not gonna work.
It can't be like maybe sexual abuse wasn't the best thing to kind of put as an example, but it applies to anything. Sometimes I feel that it's easier to just kind of suppress everything and shove everything down. But I'm going to use my favorite word. I hate using this word because
Tacos.
No, I love tacos.
Tacos are delicious.
No, triggers.
Oh my god. I have
Everything is a trigger, and I get it. People,
I have a thing about that word. It's just such a hot word now.
Everybody uses
Trigger, yeah.
for everything, and it's like that's not the way the word was originally meant to be used. But okay, whatever.
So, yeah.
I guess I'm gonna call her Susan just for the hell of it. Susan, the therapist. That's not her name, but that's what I'm naming her. Was telling me, with like suppression and all of that, there's only so much your body could take before you start putting it into different aspects of your life. And eventually you're going to burst, and I told her, I was like, I'm so good at suppressing. Yes. I was like, that is my forte. If I could get paid for, how many things I've suppressed in my life, trust me, we'd be on easy street right now, because I've become so good at suppressing things. And she's like, what's one thing that recently happened that kind of, where you started to fall apart? And I was like, well, my grandmother just passed away. She's like, that can be a trigger, and I laughed and I, explained the whole trigger thing, and she laughed too. She's like, yeah, you're right. But it is considered.
I mean, it is a thing, but it's just,
right, because
I think it's kind of, I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
You guys can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but it's overused like with everything else.
I think so. And it's
just beat everything to hell.
And it's just like, oh, I'm triggered. Like it became like a pick me type of thing. You know what I mean?
Like a catchphrase.
Yeah, like a catchphrase, or I don't know. It just to me, it seems weird to use that word just at random. Oh, that triggered me. But sometimes she is right. With my grandmother passing, there was so many other things that got unpacked with that, and so many things that came out afterwards, and so many people I haven't seen in such a long time.
And that quote unquote triggers you.
And that triggers you.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's probably why you're going like through this. And I was like, well, I want to catch it now before I become suicidal. You know what I mean? Like I want to stop it like now. Before it gets too bad. And before I start, I think I've handled it pretty well. For the most part. I mean, I've had my little meltdowns here and there, but that's normal. But you're right though. I really do think that the word trigger is like just thrown out there. Just
yeah, it's just kind of thrown out there. I mean, like I said, I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's good that you realized that you needed the help and everything like that. And then like that's another thing. Like even I was thinking about like here we're in a new year now, right? And people are like making their quote unquote resolutions and they're trying to
goal setting,
yeah, their goal setting and all of that stuff. And which is fine, right?
Yeah.
But it's like when it doesn't get accomplished, then right away you're looking for something to blame. Oh,
Right.
it didn't happen because of this or it didn't happen because of that. And it's like up to you to like own it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't own their own stuff.
Yeah, that's a huge step or a huge I guess stepping stone. First, I think that it's important to accept things, and important to accept things that we can't change.
That is true.
That is such a cliche thing to say, like, but
it's almost like we focus on the stuff we can't really change, and then it's like the stuff we can change.
we kind of sweep under the rug.
we don't do anything about it. Right.
No. And I definitely don't think that that's like mentally health conscious. I don't know what else to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, things are going to happen to us. Good things, bad things, sad things, horrible things. We don't have control over everything, but at the end of the day, we have control of how we react and how we perceive things.
Yeah, I mean,
it's ultimately
us,
me, right? It's ultimately me, you, them, us. Whoever. And I don't know. It's kind of like that's like one of the most important things. But what else do you think is important besides accepting responsibility or accepting things you can't change? Like, what other things do you think are important?
Well, I mean, you got to assess the situations, right? Like
Right.
any situation, you should got to assess it. And if it can be changed, then what are you going to do about it? Like, if you
Right.
can't, you got to sort through it all. And then if it's something you can change, that's on you. Like, change it. Do something about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's important to just realize what you can and cannot change, and then you can control those things you can change.
Of course. And I also think it's important to find people that have been through your situation and understand where you're coming from, because if you're talking to, say, a drug addiction and you're talking to somebody who has never gone through that and has never felt the pain of needing to do something or having to do something to get through the day, they're not going to understand where you're coming from. Not that they can't sit and listen and be supportive, but they're not going to understand. It's like going to a drug counselor that has no experience with anything.
Right.
And they're giving you advice on how to fix it. And it's like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like,
I knew somebody that was going through some, I think it was like AA or something like that.
Right.
And I was kind of surprised because he told me that the main person running it
Yeah.
never had any kind of, they never really drank, and it's like, I was kind of like, I mean, they may have some book smarts and expertise, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. And not to say that they can't help either, because, I mean, they do have professional training and medical training.
Well, yeah.
But that'll only take you so far. You only know the textbook version of needing to do something to get through the day.
Mm.
Or the, guilt that you have after you do something you're not supposed to do, drug-wise, or, whatever your thing is.
I think experience speaks way more than...
Right. And, it's really hard to, I guess, kind of put yourself in another person's shoes if you've never been through that situation,
Absolutely, I agree. But I mean, not to say that people that don't. I mean, I'm not saying you have to be a drug addict or
No,
an
no.
alcoholic in order to help another person. But experience does, like me.
It matters.
Like me, I and as time goes on, I'm more willing to share things and answer questions and stuff like that. And if someone's going through something similar, I can relate to you. I know how it is, and I can share with you what I did or what I do or don't do or
Right.
whatever. And then if it works for me, and not everything works for everybody.
No.
So, uh, but I don't know. It's. I think a big thing of it, trying to get better and trying to fix things in your life and all that, is mainly people need to stop blaming other situations and things, and they gotta take accountability and own stuff.
Right. What would you say if you came across somebody and they asked you for, I guess, like, emotional support? Like me, I feel weird like giving people advice, or just, people tell me that I give great advice, and I'm a good listener, when it comes to, conversing like that. But sometimes I've heard some crazy, like, people get too comfortable with me and then they tell me like these crazy things, and it's
Ye-
like,
I mean, if someone came up to me and asked me for help, I would try to help them like however I can. I will say though, and it's kind of a confession right now. So, are you ready?
yes.
No, but you know how? Excuse me. Here, I thought I wouldn't go through this without having a cough fit. I apologize, people. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I would be willing to help and whatever, but I notice when you're online and say like one of the social media platforms, right? And then you have people that obviously are hurting and going through some stuff and what have you, and it's like, I don't know. I think you got to be careful with that stuff too, because
Yes.
there's people that need
Therapy, that
need serious help.
like actual
Like-
professional help.
Yeah, because I am not professional, people. Let me just tell you right now. I'm gonna admit, I know people out there think that I'm perfect and so professional, but that is not the case. So don't come to me.
The look I'm giving him, I was like, are you serious?
No, but I mean, I'm like I said, I'm willing to help and listen and everything, and I'm that's good, that's fine. But I'm not a doctor or therapist, so
No.
I can only tell you
Your
what I have
experiences.
experienced.
Right.
But some people online, they get too
Attached
and comfortable, and just like, I think part of it is because there's no face-to-face contact sometimes.
Well, you're on the internet. It's easier for people to talk crazy to you.
Yeah, you can
know.
talk however you want to talk, and they don't see you unless you
Right.
post your pictures or whatever. But
And even then, people don't care.
I don't know. But that's one thing that and I've had people ask me things online and on the socials and talk and ask, and I'm more than happy to converse with you. I'm more than happy to share things and whatever. But then there's these people that kind of cross the line, and then it's like start unloading or dumping everything on you.
Right.
It's like, okay, I'm I hear you and I can give you whatever advice I got, but keep in mind, I'm not the guy. Like, I'm not the. It sounds to me like you need
Professional.
professional help, and it's like, I don't know. I think it's just, for people, it's just easier to like unload on somebody on the internet, an
Yeah.
actual person.
I've seen some people talk about some pretty crazy things online.
I have too, yeah, and it's like, I mean,
No.
I think you need to see someone about that. Like, it's like,
It's a little too dark for me here.
and and I get it. I've been through a lot of that stuff, like the depression, and I mean, I still go through it. Depression and anxiety, and then there was, I mean, even just recently, I think we kind of touched on it on another episode. How I was had my thoughts were kind of regressing, and then because I remember I was off of work for that big long time,
Yeah.
going back to work, and then just dealing with toxic people, and I was kind of, I was getting afraid myself because of it, because it's like I don't want to slip into this.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm a lot better now. I still need to fix it, but I'm taking accountability. I realize it.
Right.
I'm not blaming anyone else.
Yeah.
So I gotta be the one, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, so for you guys out there that are listening, I'm not saying it's not cool to like find someone that you click with online and talk to them and
No.
stuff like that, but you can't like use that as a band-aid.
No, I was just gonna say it's kind of ironic because we're trying to build a community based on, bettering ourselves and mental health and stuff. But that's why we always say we're not professionals. Like, if somebody came to me,
We can help you with our experience,
right,
but then that's the I mean,
we can't give you any actual like advice. We barely know what the hell we're doing like 90%
And I mean-
of the time.
and that's not to say that like a regular person can't give you some
No.
ass advice. Like I've talked to people that have told me things that are, even now, a couple of my friends, they'll say stuff that, man, like it hits, like,
Right.
and it's like, and I'm not saying they're not professionals.
But they're not.
They are, well, kind of, they are. Well, a couple of them are, but
To give mental advice, you have to be a
I mean,
therapist.
I'm saying, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, I've had people that have given me advice or I've talked to or whatever.
Right.
Man, they say some profound things.
No,
man.
definitely, of course.
And it's like, but I mean, like you said, if you really need that kind of help, you need to find that kind of help, right?
Right.
You can't just rely on guys on the internet.
No. Or on us either. I'm not a guy on the internet.
Well, we try to be supportive and entertaining at the same time.
Yeah. We're trying to build a community, to help each other, to kind of make light of situations,
And don't get us wrong. Like we like to joke around and stuff like that. Like we get it. Those situations are serious and can be pretty serious. And believe me, we've been there. We've experienced
Yeah,
it.
definitely. And it's good to find people that, again, and I see this all the time. We say it all the time. It's good to find like-minded people that can support you and uplift you and,
But then make you feel better.
Right.
Like even if it's temporary. Like if you're down in the dumps and you're like, you don't want to, I mean, at least for a little while,
right.
like laugh at something or joke around about something or, yeah, I'm depressed, but, whatever. It's not, I mean, it's not taking light of any of that stuff, but at the same time, you gotta kind of look for those silver linings, look for those little rays of sunshine.
Be proactive in your own happiness.
That's a good point too that you brought up.
Proactive,
Because you'll blame someone else for not being happy.
No, and the thing is, it's like, I learned this at a very young age that you can't depend on people to make you happy. You can't depend on your friends. You
Nope.
can't depend on boyfriends,
Nope.
side pieces,
Nope.
wives, husbands.
Hold up.
I knew you were going to say something.
What is this side piece business?
Nothing. I'm just generalizing stuff.
All right, continue. We'll talk about this off.
No, that was a joke. Relax.
Okay.
But anyways, I was like, let me move on. Very fishy.
All right. Anyways, continue.
No, but what I'm basically saying is like you can't trust people in your everyday life to uplift you or not trust. You can't depend on people like that.
You're in charge of your own happiness. You're not.
Right.
No one's out there like Susan over there didn't wake up this morning like, oh man, looking at her clock saying, I gotta get up and make Gloria happy. Yeah, no, that's not.
That's my husband's job.
And I do a good job. I do an excellent job.
Oh, that was funny.
She's super happy with me.
Uh,
Anyways, so yeah, I mean, ultimately you're in charge of your own happiness and how your life goes, right? It's not no
Right.
one else's responsibility.
no.
You got to be responsible for you, and that's kind of what we were talking about. Like, you can't blame other people or do this for it's not their thing. It's
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be the one.
Some,
Oh, I'm depressed, or
this is going to sound really harsh,
oh,
but sometimes you are the problem. Not you, husband, but I'm talking about like,
yourself.
yourself. Yourself is
No, absolutely, I agree with that. Sometimes it's self-inflicted.
No, because like I've noticed this a lot.
People
With-
that have pity parties.
With like male friends or other people. Like it's always somebody else's fault that something happened in the relationship or in the friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And in this relationship, this failed because of this, and in this relationship, it failed because of this. And it's just like the common denominator in any of these relationships is you.
I think
Sometimes it's not other people around you. Sometimes you are the
Absolutely.
problem.
absolutely. I
You're
think
the common denominator.
a lot of people don't do that. They
No.
right away they're the victim.
Right.
Like, and they're like, "Oh man, this happened to me. That happened to me." Okay, what about you?
What-
Why did this relationship didn't work? Was it all them? Are you sure?
Right.
Or
Because
why?
we honestly, and I say we because it's a human nature thing.
Mhm.
We don't want to be the bad guy in any situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? We always want.
Oh yeah, we never do anything wrong.
No.
Not at all.
But see, here's the thing. I recognize that I'm the villain in somebody else's story, and I acknowledge it.
Yeah, that is true. Sometimes you're the villain.
Sometimes I am the villain.
Yep.
I don't take pride in the people that I've hurt in the past.
hmm
But it's human nature. We're not 100% perfect. We have to realize that we can be villains. We could be the heroes. We could be, the people that need help. We could be anything,
Like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got the guy that's a good guy, then he turns bad guy, then he turns good guy again, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that. But
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
no, seriously, sometimes you have to realize that you're the jerk.
You're the problem.
You're the villain.
Yeah.
You're the problem.
Yep. That is very
And
true.
things won't change until you acknowledge that part of, whatever it is that failed,
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that it's all your fault, because again,
Well, you got to take some
accountability.
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So not everything that bad that happens to you is the doing of somebody's whatever.
No, sometimes it's something that
You got to look in the mirror.
right. It's something that you did, something that you didn't acknowledge, something that you accepted
that you accepted or ignored.
or allowed to happen.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? All those things come into, they come into play.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
But that's very true. I mean, sometimes you got to hold the mirror up to yourself and be like, "What are we doing here?" And a lot of people don't do that. They
No.
just put their hands to their sides and it's like, "Oh,
Why me?
yeah, why me? How come this? Or I knew this was gonna happen, or this always happens." It's like, why does it always happen? Right? Like, ask yourself this. These are questions that people don't ask themselves,
Or they ignore
or they
altogether.
exactly they just ignore it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, guys, it's like you gotta own it. Sometimes it's like this is how it is. You can't rely on other people to make you happy or fix your problems, or you can't. You gotta look in the mirror sometimes, because sometimes you like we were saying, you're the villain, you're the problem. I mean, you gotta assess the situations correctly. And you're not, people are not, they're not going to be smooth sailing all the time. I mean, we're all humans. So it's kind of like, you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm having issues with the headphones.
And I'm having issues of,
We're just a show full of issues today.
I swear, we're going to just lose listeners. We're going to be down from 5 to 2.
That's generous on your part. So assume we have 5.
Anyway, guys, just take a look in the mirror from time to time and then just
Looking at the man in the mirror. Do.
really, Michael Jackson?
I'm asking him to make a change.
Okay. Anyways,
Well, no, think about it. That song just popped into my head because it's like that's what we're talking about, being the person in the mirror,
yes.
reflecting, making a change.
Well played, Mrs. Rosario.
Yes, I am a
Played.
genius.
That was pretty good. I wish I could play a clip of the song, but
We can't.
the copyright police would come for us. Isn't that horrible? I wish I could play music.
I know. Sometimes, like, I think of something and, like, I have a theme song in my head.
I would like to
huh?
play music.
I wonder how other people do it. Like,
Yeah, if anybody knows how you do that or get away with it or
let us know.
yeah.
Let us know how to break the community.
No, don't say that. We're going to edit that out. Or maybe not.
Just leave it in there. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just joking.
Well, you say a lot of bad things. I got to follow her around with a mute button.
I accept it. But I'm not willing to change that.
Okay. I don't know how to respond to that. So on that note, we're just going to end it here. Because she caught me off guard.
I
there.
did. I'm brilliant today.
Which doesn't happen often.
It doesn't.
So she gets the win right now.
I am shining in my glory.
Shine like a diamond.
No. Notice what I did there?
Uh-huh.
No. You notice what I did there? Shining in my glory? Glorious? Victorious? Yes.
Anyways.
And no, diamonds do not shine. They reflect light, Rihanna.
That is true. I can't argue that. That
No,
is
you
true.
can't.
They don't shine. They reflect.
Yes, I hate that. Like, I love the song, but I hate it at the same time. Because every time I think, no.
Don't hum it or sing it because we'll get flagged. Anyways, all right, guys. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you as always. And don't forget to visit the website at sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. Drop us a line at the email if you got anything to say. You want to complain about Gloria's shenanigans.
You know where you can stick those complaints.
And tell me how good I am and how you like. I'm getting just daggers out of her eyeballs right now. Anyways, email us sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. And then don't forget these socials, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. TikTok's, like I said, is probably the most popular one. We have a group on there called Sessions and Lessons TikTok. Feel free to join if you want to. And there was something else.
I can't think of anything right now.
Oh, I heard that there's a book out right now that is getting pretty good reviews.
I wonder. I can't remember the name.
I believe the name is May December End, The Ballad of Joey Flowers.
You know, every time you say the title, I want to go, May December.
Yeah, it's because of all those online ads and stuff.
We just finished killing off the 2 listeners that we had with my singing.
Yeah, that's it. It's tuned out.
It's dead air.
Yeah, my book is out right now, guys. It's May December and The Ballad of Joey Flowers. It is available on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. And I believe it's on that Kindle Unlimited if you guys are subscribing to that. So
Yeah, it's on there.
if you're a subscriber to Kindle Unlimited, you should be able to read it on there.
Yeah.
I'm working on some other stuff with the book. I will announce it when it comes. I probably shouldn't have said nothing, but I'm kind of excited about it. I'll let you guys know for sure when it happens. And I think that's it. You have anything to add?
No, just be nice to yourself. I have no more words of wisdom. I am wisdomed out.
She is wisdom out, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm all tuckered out.
Oh boy, we're in trouble.
Nap time.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Spread the word. We appreciate you 110%. And then that's it for this episode. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.